Good afternoon, Rodrigo. This is Jose Mendoza with the City Plan Department. I'll be your support.
Thank you, Jose. Appreciate it.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything.
Yes. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on, Rodrigo? You doing all right?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, brother. I just want to jump in real quick. Jose, thank you for doing this for us, man. I
No
have
problem.
two other amendments that I'll be basically spending kind of 10 minutes,
Mhm.
5-10 minutes in each room. If there's anything that comes up for staff that we have to answer or need to answer, any, kind of historical or background information that we can add, um, I'll just put it in the chat or just hold it for me and I'll come around. So, but we appreciate you being here, man. Guys, all right in here? Just checking in.
Yes, we're okay. We're waiting on the pastor and his son to join the meeting,
Okay.
and then we will start our presentation.
Okay. Sounds good.
There he is. I see him.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, Perdita. Is that right?
That is correct. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Hello.
Perdita, we're gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody else joins, and then we'll walk you through what we are asking the city to help us with.
Okay, thank you.
How's it going?
Brandon, it's going well, man. We're just waiting to see if anybody else joins the meeting,
Okay.
and then we're going to start our presentation.
Okay. Yeah, it's your meeting, so you run it how you want to. You can run
Okay.
through it. You can, I guess I won't say you can run through it, and then as people jump in, you can run back. You can field questions. You can stay on one slide. It's really up to you. It's your presentation. You know what I mean? It's geared to really just be open and answer questions that the public may have. So
Yes.
so yes, it's up to you guys how you want to run it. So, but again, I'm here as a support, Jose and I. So anything,
Yes.
let us know.
And I believe at this point, everybody in this chat is either with Nova Jerusalem or with the city.
Okay.
Isn't that correct?
You are correct. I and our Director of Constituent Services, Melvin Hopkins, are with the council member and Vice Mayor Pro Tem Martha Kassex Tatum's office. She's council member for District K.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, while we're here, did you have any questions? Did you want to talk about anything in particular?
Would you go through the request? Because Melvin, I don't know if you were made aware of it, but if you don't mind going through the request and the reason for the request.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're asking the city to do is to consider a possible deletion of West Airport, sort of as a starting point. When the church bought the site and performed a survey, the survey showed West Airport Road doing this, and then exiting the site here on the south. But then as they started to explore the master planning, they the planning department informed them that the right of way had changed, and it it moved to the middle of their site, which makes it practically impossible to develop the project that they're trying to develop, which is their new church. So, we're going through this process with the city to see what options we have. So our first option is to ask for a deletion of West Airport Road.
Okay, and then for the sake of the public, which church is that you're referring?
It's the church is called Nueva Jerusalem Church. They have roughly 4,000 members at this time, and they're growing fast. So they are ready for a new home. So that's why they came to us to help them develop their new church. They're looking at building an 8,000 seat church, and also a kindergarten through 12th grade school with a student body of nearly 1,000 kids. So yes, so is Nueva Jerusalem Church.
Thank you for that information.
Of course. I see somebody else joined us. So I can tell you guys a little bit about what we're planning for the church. So it's going to be an 8,000 seat church. It's an exciting project, which will include a daycare facility, youth ministry, outdoor gathering spaces, walking trails throughout the site, and a large and flexible place of worship, which will double as a conference center. So the conference center would be available to the community for such things as conventions, sporting events, training exercises, stuff like that.
Thank you for that. On the map that you show, is there a way to indicate where the site is for the new church?
Yes. The church, the site the church owns is this here. And as I was saying a bit earlier, the entry point was always pretty similar, but the original exit point was here. So it gave the church this whole frontage space, but now it looks like this. So it really limits what they can do, especially because they would have an overpass, that has a very gradual descent. So by the time this finishes going down, it's gonna really block the entire site.
Okay, thank you.
Rodrigo, this is Jose with the city. I think you had slide number 4, which shows the outline of the site. Maybe that will help the team.
This is all I have, man.
Okay, I got a different copy then. I can share the screen so that they can kind of see what where the site is in this area. So let me know if you guys can see my screen now.
We can.
Yes, we can see it.
So you guys see the outline of the proposed site, and then the alignment of the new Mayotel for crossing the site.
So that thoroughfare going across the site, that's the request to delete that?
The future thoroughfare, yes. Mhm.
Okay, okay.
You know, yes, that's sort of our initial request to the city.
So there, okay. Post section deleted.
And you know, we're open to working with the city for other options that would work, if that makes sense.
It does, and that was going to be the next question. So, and I'm sure that studies have been done on how how traffic would be impacted with this request to delete.
You know, it's early in the process, so
Okay.
so we're still. They're calling this a bit of a temperature check.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to see how the public feels, see how the planning commission feels, and then from there we would, if needed, do such studies.
Okay, thank you. So I have a question for, I guess, the planning department staff that's here to assist. Would this recording be available for the public to view for those who are not present? Because I know that
Yeah, this
I'm
is Jose with the city. Brandon mostly is running he's the main contact for the meeting. I do believe that it's gonna be open, through the open records process.
through the comments process.
I think it's gonna be open records, but I'm not sure. I can ask a question to Brandon once he jumps back into the meeting. He'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
And also, Rodrigo, I'm gonna turn the screen back to you. I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. That helped a lot. Thank you.
No problem.
Is there anybody else on this call that has any questions about what we're asking the city?
Melvin, you have any questions or comments?
No, I don't. I'm clear with the map. I see what's being proposed right there, and how Allum is going to run. No, I'm clear on it.
Okay, thank you.
You know, we also have on the call, we have Irving and his father, Jose Sanchez. Jose Sanchez is the pastor for the church. So if you have any questions for him, or for Irving, they're here. They would love to, share with you their vision for the church and what they're doing with the community. So, feel free to ask them as well.
Okay, and did you say Pastor Sanchez?
Jose Sanchez, yes.
Jose Sanchez. Good evening, Pastor Sanchez. I'm Dee Dee Chavis, Chief of Staff for Vice Mayor Pro Tem and Councilmember Martha Cassex Tatum. She is a council member for District K, in which this site is located. And we also have on the line, as I stated earlier, our Director of Constituent Services, Melvin Hopkins. Welcome and thank you for attending this meeting. And we'd love to hear about the vision for the church if you'd share.
And Perdita, I want to clarify something. Mr. Sanchez will speak in Spanish, and his son, Irving, is a great translator. He's going to translate for him.
Okay, thank you. So if either would like to share their vision about the church, we'd love to hear about it.
Yes, and they may be having some volume issues. Irving, can you hear us? I'm going to call them and troubleshoot on the side, and but I'll be here on the call.
Thank you.
I just spoke to them, and they're gonna call. They're gonna try calling because their computer is having issues.
Thank you, Rodrigo.
Of course.
Hello, Rodrigo. Can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, Irvin. Thank you for calling. So
Yes, we're sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we're ready.
Irvin, why don't you and your father share with us your mission and your vision of what this new church would be?
Sí, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es José Sánchez, pastor de Nuevo Jerusalén Church.
Good evening. My name is Pastor Jose Sanchez. I'm senior pastor for Nueva Jerusalem Church.
Bueno, desde que llegué a los Estados Unidos,
Since I got to the United States,
me empecé a dar cuenta que había mucha necesidad en las personas
I realized that there was a lot of need in people.
y empecé a trabajar en las calles,
And I started to work in the street,
ayudando a las personas porque había mucha droga, mucha gente alcohólica y muchas personas en violencia familiar.
helping people because I saw a lot of people in drugs, in family abuse, destroyed homes.
Y empezamos a trabajar en la Bisonet y en la Fondre. Ahí rentábamos un pequeño lugar.
And when we started, we used to rent a small place in Bisnet and Fondren.
Y después nos fuimos extendiendo hasta llegar a la Main y donde estamos ahora, actualmente.
And little by little, we started growing, and now we are located in Maine and Hodges.
Y empecé a trabajar desde el 96.
Since 1996,
Y bueno, hemos ayudado a mucha gente.
I started
Y ahí
helping people,
ha ido creciendo la congregación.
and the church has been growing.
Y bueno, mi deseo es ayudar a las personas a que cambien su estilo de vida, su forma de pensar.
So my desire is to help people change their way of thinking and change their way of walking.
Abandonar la violencia y abandonar todo aquello que no les ayuda futuramente para sus generaciones.
By abandoning violence and abandoning everything that is not going to help their future generations.
Y ese es mi primer enfoque, decirle a la gente que tenemos que cambiar para tener una ciudad mejor.
So that is my primary focus. We tell people that they have to change. We all have to change so we can have a better city.
Y ahí es donde es, bueno, aparte de hablarles de Jesucristo, que necesitan cambiar y que necesitan ser salvos.
So we speak to them about the necessity of having Christ in their life.
Estoy interesado en que las personas realmente dejen la violencia y no sean una carga para la ciudad, no sean un estorbo para la comunidad. Y es por eso que estamos trabajando en ello. Yo anteriormente.
But at the same time, I tell people that we have to be better citizens by changing our lives and bettering the city and bettering our communities.
Anteriormente yo hablé con algunos que en las reuniones anteriores de la ciudad y les dije yo que les felicitaba, número uno, por el trabajo que hacen en las calles.
So a few months ago, I believe it was last year, we spoke to some of the people in the city that have been helping us, like Michelle and Moses and a couple other people, and we told them that they were doing a great job in the city.
Pero les dije que consideraran podemos tener buenas calles, buenos freeways, pero posiblemente tendremos una ciudad destrozada con violencia como la estamos viendo hoy día.
And so I told them they were doing a great job, and we could have really good freeways and really good streets, and but we could have a destroyed community with violence and abandonment.
Por eso me gustaría que no se llevara todo a la carrera, sino que meditáramos no solamente en ver edificios bonitos, sino meditemos en ver una sociedad cambiada, transformada, donde nuestra gente, nuestros hijos, nietos, nuestras generaciones estén aseguradas.
And so I believe we should take a moment and meditate that we can have a really nice city, a beautiful street, but we will also, if we do not meditate carefully, we will also have a community, children, grandchildren that would be in drugs and in other things that will affect our community.
Para entrar yo a trabajar en lo que estoy haciendo, nadie me pagó.
For me to enter to doing the work that I'm doing now, nobody paid me.
Inicié trabajando, haciendo tamales, haciendo pupusas para ayudar a la gente.
When I started to work and help people, nobody gave me anything. I made pupusas, I made tamales.
Y así hemos ido cada día trabajando y así compramos también esa tierra del Lamé.
And little by little, that's how we've been working. And up to now, up to these days, that's how we still paid, or that's how we were able to pay for this property, selling food.
Y esa es mi visión, y esa es lo que yo les digo a la congregación constantemente, que de nada sirve que nosotros tengamos individualmente, estemos en una buena casa, siendo estudiados, preparados, cuando si no nos preocupamos por el que está alrededor nuestro, tendremos un problema futuramente. No importa que seamos nosotros, vivamos bien, nuestra familia viva bien, pero tengamos a nuestro alrededor un poco de gente violenta. Y entonces eso tarde o temprano afectará a nuestros nietos, a nuestra futura generación.
So that is my vision. I tell people that they need to personally change, but I also tell them that it is very important for us to try and help other people, help our neighbors, help people that are surrounding us, because we can live perfectly fine. We can have a good life and have everything that we need. But if we have people around us that are not living okay, then that's when the big problem comes.
Así que de antemano les agradezco porque yo creo que meditarán en lo que les he dicho, meditarán que ahí va incluida la familia de ustedes futuramente.
So I thank you because I know that you guys will consider this, and I know that you guys will understand that also our family is included in this vision.
Y creo que si juntos trabajamos por la comunidad, tendremos una comunidad mejor, no solamente una vía de calles, buenas calles para que pasen los carros, pero tendremos una buena gente.
So because we will not only have beautiful streets, but I understand and I know that we will also have beautiful people.
Así que gracias.
So I thank you for your time.
Pastor Sanchez and Mr. Irving Sanchez. Again, this is Dee Dee Chavis, Chief of Staff for Vice Mayor Pro Tem and Council Member Martha Castex Tatum. She is Council Member for District K, in which this property is located. Thank you for sharing your vision. Thank you for sharing the mission of the Nueva Jerusalem Church. And thank you for your efforts, your commitment, and your progress in what you're doing in the community. Again, you are to be commended for your work, and we can't thank you enough for being a part of District K and wanting to improve the community. So we appreciate you sharing the mission of the church and your mission, and bravo to you for your hard work and wanting to help people. But we certainly want the community to be better, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Rodrigo, thank you for the information. Yes. We do have another thoroughfare plan in our district where we need to join the meeting room. But thank you for your the information. And again, Pastor Sanchez and Mr. Irving Sanchez, thank you so much for the information on the church, and we appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time as well, and yeah, thank you very much.
Take care. Melvin, do you have the link for the next room?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into the main room.
Okay.
And find it.
Okay, I have it. Send it to you. It's Fondren Road.
You gonna send it to me?
Yes, I will.
Are you? Okay. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Thank you again, gentlemen.
See you guys. I see that a couple more people have joined the meeting. Does anybody have any questions?
So what exactly is
relevant with this room?
Sorry?
I said I don't have any questions relevant to this conference room.
Okay, thank you.
No tengo preguntas para este cuarto de conferencia. Un señor que está metido ahí.
Mr. Andres, I saw you speaking as well. Do you have any questions?
No, yeah, so what exactly was this plan that you're proposing, or this proposal that is being presented here?
Yes, let me walk you through it a little bit. So, my name is Rodrigo de la Garza. I work for Studio Red Architects, and we're helping. We represent Nova Jerusalem Church. When the church bought this site, the right-of-way easement that goes through their site looked different than it does now. It originally used to, it entered at the same point, but then it used to exit down here. So, you know, and the church has that on a survey, but when they started the development process and the master planning process with the city, the city informed them that the right-of-way looks different now. It now goes through the middle of their site, as you can see here. So as a starting point, through this process, we're asking the city to consider the deletion of the future West Airport Road right-of-way easement. You know, again, it's early in the process. We're just exploring our options. That's just our starting point. Does that answer your question, Andres?
It does. Thank you.
You got it.
This is William Dennis.
Hello,
Is
sir.
the area you're talking about north of Highway 90?
The area, the site that I'm speaking about is just south of Highway 90, and I'm going with, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but I'm doing a circle around it.
No, I can't. I don't know how to get
Okay.
to that.
Can you see my screen, sir?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Would you know how to do that?
I'll do my best to describe it to you. Do you know where Chimney Rock is?
Yep.
We are east of Chimney Rock, south of Main or Highway 90, and,
right.
and south
Yeah,
of
okay. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
watering
I see what you're
hole. Do you
talking
know where
about.
the Willow watering hole is?
Yep.
We're just south of that.
Okay, and I'm south of that.
Oh, okay.
I'm southwest of that.
Southwest, I see.
And I don't know what the dimensions of your map is, but I'm approximately an inch southwest of Highway 90. Now it looks like on the map that I have, which quick for, it's cutting through two properties. One which is mine, are 3-acre tracts each,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is a south tract. If you can identify Kylewick Drive on your map, I don't know how close you can get to it, but it's the last two homes in the neighborhood that own the property behind them.
Sure, if you could tell me again what the road is.
Kylewick Drive, Kylewwick.
One last time. Do you mind spelling that one more time?
Yeah, I'll give you the address. 12826 Kylewick. It's Kyky.
Got it. Mm-hmm. I see. Mm-hmm. I see your address.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where you are at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm speaking for myself, not my neighbor.
Okay.
But that road. I bought that property with the idea of that road going through, and so I mean, is what your development to be? Is it in the way of is it in the way of the road south of South Main, or I don't understand what the object of this contention is.
Right. So when the church bought the site, and then they performed a survey, the path of the future road used to travel almost north to south, right? It would enter on the northwest corner of the site, and then it went south towards the south end of the site, which left a large portion of the site available for development for the church. Through the year.
Oh, so your church property is where the cows and the bulls are?
I believe you may be. We are 2 properties away from your house. Okay.
Oh, so that property is not developed at all then?
Not at this point.
Okay. All right.
So we're trying to find a solution that is fair for the church and for what they need the site for. So we're just going through this process with the city to see.
Understand, right. Well, wish you luck.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. All right. Thank you for your time.
Yep. We're here to answer your questions. So if anybody wants to ask anything, we're here.
Anywhere in the world.
Hello, all. Just tapping in, see how things going.
We're doing well, man. We're in a bit of a slow
Okay,
moment,
gotcha,
but
gotcha.
as
Okay,
people come in, we answer the questions and
awesome, awesome.
so
Sounds
on.
good. Yeah, it's a little heated in one of the other rooms, so
Oh
that's sorry.
yeah,
I said I was gonna be back at 6:15, but we had to put out little fires there. But we're good now, so I just want to tap in with you guys, man.
yeah. It's been pretty mellow over here, pretty
Good,
good so far.
nice,
So
nice. Yeah, Rodrigo. So uh, starting next week, man, I'm gonna reach out to you. Just shoot an email. You
okay,
can probably get something on the calendar. You and
okay,
I, we can sit down and talk about like I said, the comments from this meeting, like we have said before, comments
yeah,
from this meeting and comments from the initial planning commission, and then we'll start to come together with a true recommendation that's good for you guys and good for us. um,
awesome.
um, I could tell you off top, we may have to shorten it,
Okay, yeah,
you know, like I said, to possibly post oak. But then I also have like 3, 4 other kind of ideas, just kind of throwing this around. We've had an interagency meeting with
yeah.
Harris County, and they brought their thoughts on it. So I'll share that with you sometime next week. But
That's awesome. Hey,
yeah,
just to let you know,
hmm
um, I will be on vacation next week.
okay,
But I'll be back the week after that. So
okay, yeah, that's no problem.
send me your availability and we'll get something on the schedule.
Sounds good. Yeah, yeah, perfect.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate you guys. Well, I hope this process is going as smooth as possible. I know it's kind of hard, you know, with times of COVID, and you know, you'd like to be in person. You like to feel the vibe of the peoples, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Have everything laid out in front of you, but it can get kind of shaky with technology. You know.
yeah,
Uh,
but you guys are making it as easy and comfortable as possible. I think this is working out great.
nice.
So yeah, no, we appreciate it, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop over into another room, see if I can put out a fire over there, and I'll be back in probably 5 minutes or so.
All right, thank you, Brandon.
Thanks. All right.
Hello, sir. Hello, William. Did you have any questions for us?
No, I didn't. I just popped off the whole software package and popped back on.
Okay.
And wow, here I have a map now that I can look at. I did not have that until just now.
Okay.
But other than that, I did talk to the minister of the church.
Yeah.
Over landline, and I think well, at the end of the conversation, I wished him well, and he thanked me for my time, and I just told him my concerns of the property that road crosses. So the people that own the property have much to say against one entity, and that be the church. I don't see on the map where it seems to be hindering anything except for maybe something small that I can't see on this map.
Well, I'm happy to explain to you what has happened if you have any questions.
Yeah, I was just concerned about the proposed street is clipping the back corner of my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And my neighbor, that's a 3.5 acre backyard, by the way.
Wow.
And my neighbor has a 3.5 acre backyard, and the road goes right through the middle of his property, and his house is right on, would be the corner of Kylewick and West Airport, unless it's going to be elevated. I don't know.
Got it.
So that's probably for future information. But that's my property concern.
That eclipse your property?
Yeah, you see that. Can you see that property very well?
Well, can you see my map? Can you see my screen? I have a cursor, and I believe I know where you are. You're somewhere here, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're to your right a little bit, and just the other right.
This.
Keep going. There you go. Right there it is. You're on it.
Got it. This is your property.
Yes, sir. Not that one. The one south of it.
This one here.
That's three lots of 3.5 acre pieces.
Rodrigo, this is Jose with the city of Houston.
Yes, sir.
I have the Houston map viewer open. I can probably share that screen. It shows the alignment on top of those lots in a clear view.
That would be great, Jose. Thank you.
Let me share my screen real quick.
Thank you.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yep. Wow, it's taking a bigger bite.
And for the speaker, you see the address 12826 and 12830. You see that the red line is the proposed alignment of the major thoroughfare. I'm assuming this is a portion where it clips your property.
This is where all the horses are. the southernmost lot is
Mm.
where the horses are. Yeah, right in there. And then
120,
my lot is like a golf course. I keep it spick and span.
Nice.
It's got manicured trees. There you go. See, it's not a real good picture because I know they do this in the winter time. But my neighbors to the south is like that all the time. It's just dirt for the horses, and I wish you could see my. If you go on hit, put your arrow on. Oh wow, nice zoom. If you put your arrow on his property, there you see a long silver building.
Yes, right here.
We see it. Mm-hmm.
You see, that's his stables, where all the Houston livestock and some other Diamond L Ranch. That's their headquarters right there. And that house, right, the house that's connected to that, you see that little tongue? That's his house. And I'm sure, I would think that this was his, this is his real estate, but it's retail. Or I mean, didn't mean to say retail. It's not commercial. It's private. And you can see how where my property is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to interfere with my home as it is, but I fear for Ted losing not just his property,
Mm-hmm.
but all his. He's just how he lives. I mean, he's 90 years old. His kids are taking it over, I'm sure. But boy, they're going to lose a lot of property and a lot of access. So depending on how that road is built, I mean, I don't care to lose that land. I don't mind losing that land because they have the rest of it. So I just feel for Ted.
Sure.
So that's my beef. You can cut down all those trees. I'll just grow more. But it's like an oasis in the middle, and the top property that is just so overgrown. You would need a massive tractor to get down. Now, I must say, the property at the far left, that long property,
Yes.
that has got mounds and mounds of dirt, probably 30 feet high.
Mm.
That is in the owner of this, or the brother of the owner of this property, let some people come in and process dirt. They were mixing dirt and then shipping it back out. And my God, what are they? It's like they were mixing dirty dirt with new dirt.
Mm.
Which they caused some flooding in the area, caused me a lot of headache with blackberries and all that stuff. It's that's all personal. But anyway, I wish everybody I hope there's an answer for the pastor that he will abide, that he will. Well, he has no choice, right?
I'm sorry, I did not understand.
No, he has no choice as to whether or not the city has the power over.
Well, we're seeing what options there are out there. So that's why we're here talking to you and other citizens to get your point of view and to see how you feel about it. So thank you for sharing your opinion with us, Mr.
Okay, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Rodrigo. This is Jose again. I'm gonna turn the screen back to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye.
I see Mr. Lloyd Smith joined the chat. Did you have any questions for us?
Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all?
Good afternoon.
Is there, to your knowledge, any immediate or even planned activity for road development here? Or is this purely a resident or landowner driven request that's on its own merits, just within the boundaries of major thoroughfare planning?
Yeah, that's not the answer to that, sir. We are looking to help the church develop their site, and the path of the right of way has changed from when they bought the site. So we are looking for options to help them, to find a fair solution for them so that they can build their new facility.
So do you have a view or a zoom in of some kind where you could show more specifically the park or the church property?
Yes, can you see my screen?
I can.
Can you see my cursor?
Right, it's up north of the freeway there.
Right.
Rodrigo, this is Jose. I can share the screen again with the outline of the property.
Thank you. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Okay, let me know if you guys can see the screen now.
Could you show us the other screen that has the context of the aerial?
Okay, so
the one you showed me.
So this.
No, the one that you showed, Mr. Dennis.
Okay, 1 second.
Great,
Pretty
that's
much
it.
This is a property right here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I almost interrupted Mr. Dennis, if knowing the area, to ask what the use of that property was. I saw some soccer fields there, but that's a contiguous tract from all the way from Main Street down to that pipeline corridor or whatever that is, that's owned by the church.
That is correct. The site is all the way from Main down to what you described. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you mentioned that the thoroughfare alignment has changed over the years. Can you elaborate on that a little bit now that we're looking at this scale?
When the church bought the site, and performed a survey, the survey showed the right of way. Can you see my cursor? Let me.
You can request control and then you can.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's just blurred out, but it's okay. I can talk through it.
Can you share that with me also?
Yes. So the entry point is where you see it now, more or less. But then the right of way used to go south and exit sort of in the middle of the south part of the site. So it left the frontage, the part of the site that's accessed from Highway 90 was more developable. The way they've done it now, the new alignment takes a lot of the frontage away. And also another concern is that there's going to be an overpass going over Highway 90. And as you know, an overpass has a very gradual descent. So by the time the overpass gets down to grade, it's going to cross the entire site. So it's going to be both it's going to be a physical barrier and a visual barrier as well. So it really hinders the project.
I'll just say it would be helpful when this comes back to the commission if you have maybe the historical alignment over a historical photograph, or maybe even this layer here, because seeing the specificity and the granularity here, where it looks like there may be some dedicated parcels of right of way that have been done incrementally. that are consistent with this alignment, but not resolving the church's issues. In fact, potentially a decision was made at the time that realignment was done to say this parcel should be split in half for the greater good of a contiguous alignment at the radius as shown. So I that would be helpful to me in judging, all the different points of view here is exactly what was the alternative that was on the table that was less impactful. When did it occur? Did the property owner at that time have the opportunity to participate and discuss what was going on as we're doing today, that kind of thing. But I certainly can feel for Mr. Dennis and the neighbors here, this would be a impactful project if it ever were to come to construction.
Mm-hmm. We can certainly work with the city staff to get the exhibit that you're looking for, showing the survey alignment versus this current alignment. Is that what you would like to see?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean by the surveyed alignment. Typically, a survey is going to pick up known property corners, dedicated right-of-way, dedicated easements, and so on. Whatever was shown in that survey would be pertinent to some degree because it represented the information available to your client, I suppose, at the time. But whether it's really meaningful,
sure,
kind of depends on how that wiggly line that's now a straight line going diagonally was labeled then, and I'm not picturing exactly what that might be.
This is Mr. Dennis. I've owned that property for 20 years. And it's exactly how I envisioned it to go.
And your property is one of those trapezoidal properties there next to the subdivision?
Yes, sir.
Right.
You own all three of them, sir?
No, it's just the one in the middle.
The one, okay, gotcha.
Rodrigo, I'm gonna turn it back to you. This is Jose with staff.
Thank you,
Also,
sir.
Brandon, I don't know, do we have any drawings showing a previous alignment for the Mayor Thoroughfare, or this is the
only one we have here. I don't have any additional alignments.
I don't think you'll find one.
So somebody can, oh, well, the map went away. The connection of that's Chimney Rock that we're connecting to, or is that Hillcroft over on the eastern end of this alignment?
To West Airport.
Chimney Rock, okay.
Oh, yes, Chimney Rock, yeah. It's connecting, yeah.
Okay,
sorry, this is it's back.
And then we have parallel Post Oak. Mm-hmm. All right. So in the scheme of zooming out and thinking of traffic flows in the area, I'll offer these observations. Post Oak at Main carries a lot of traffic. That large triple level capacity is there for a reason, because Post Oak has been a significant connector all the way from 610 to points south of here for decades, and that's I don't drive out through it often enough to gauge the current congestion, but and I'm also familiar from with Chimney Rock, again, not with a lot of firsthand recent knowledge, but my wife that I married 35 plus years ago grew up on Green Craig Street there, so I've been through that intersection a few times, and it's clearly a less heavily traveled intersection. Because effectively for most drivers, it's a T intersection with Main Street. Now, that continuation, I understand, is a project that's under development by the city for Chimney Rock, correct? It is extended, intended to be extended to Orem Street. So I would ask Mr. Mendoza, the city staff, to have a current status report on that project for the commission's interest, because the access in the area where this application is right now, you have to go to go north from this area. You either go back to Post Oak and go through that relatively congested location, but in effect, you cannot go to Chimney Rock as it might appear on this map, because that's essentially a freeway corridor without accessible frontage roads until sometime in the future, which may be in the relative horizon. So my point in asking that and suggesting the future of this Chimney Rock project may be relevant is to the extent that the neighborhood is in the short or medium term going to gain additional access to points north that is a shorter and quicker route than the one that exists now going farther west to Hillcroft by going south. That may be material to the judgment here as to whether we need 3 crossings within 1 mile at US 90. Does that make sense? Why I think that's relevant, or why that could be relevant to how the commission looks at it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm out of questions.
All right, I got a question for you, or actually an answer. That ballpark and volleyball courts and whatever else I had back there, that's sold to a developer. It's supposed to be a business park or something. If you go by there, everything's gone. The building.
Which tract are you speaking of, Mr. Dennis? The one that looks like a fancy softball park, or the one that was presented as the church's property a moment ago?
No, it's a fancy baseball park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's sold. Yeah, they actually already started reconstruction already. I live in that area, so I know.
Okay. Yeah, and you know where I live, and when my wife and I leave in the morning, the traffic is that's right there at the end of our street. It's Main, and that's where the exit is to get off for South Post Oak.
Yep.
And they're doing 50 to 100 mile an hour, and I'm not lying.
Yep.
There's been some pretty major accidents here. And she almost got clipped one time. Somebody came from the far left lane all the way to the exit and probably 15 feet, and missed her like maybe the width of a dime.
And
then for me to go out to Fort Bend, I have to go down to South Post Oak, and hopefully I can get the U-turn to go back towards. That's the only way I have to go towards Willow Bend. It's, and every business on that whole track has to go all the way to South Post Oak, make a U-turn, and come all the way back under Chimney Rock, under the underpass to get to any of those businesses. It's kind of wasn't thought out too good.
Mr. Lloyd, I was going to show you the survey just so you see it.
Great.
It's all yours, Rodrigo.
Thank you.
While you're pulling that up, I'll just comment on Mr. Dennis's observations there from a more planning side of things. If that ballpark facility is now being redeveloped, the layout of those parcels isn't entirely clear, but it suggests to me that they may not have been platted in the past. In other words, a ballpark would have been developed on acreage as opposed to a platted property.
Correct.
The prospect of redevelopment of the property, I guess this would be a question for the city staff. In the context of this corridor having had more than one partial dedication of the right-of-way, is this development to the east of where the church is and the east of Mr. Dennis's property currently leading to any platting activity that's going to dedicate yet another section of this roadway airport in the near term? Again, I can't tell whether those soccer fields are all part of common ownership with the rest of that sports complex, but one would assume it's possible, right?
It's possible, but I every time I've looked there, it's like
The soccer
they've
fields is to the
they've
south.
yes, they've pretty much just expanded their own property. You know, you sit on it, you own it. I was
So-
surprised to see that those apartments were built there. You know, what the heck? And of course, that little street right there is West Airport.
You know, so this is the information that the church received. This is their survey, and also all information they received when they purchased this property looked like this. You can see the path is you know, same entry point, but everything goes south.
Could you zoom into the label that the surveyor used there on West Airport?
Yes, let me zoom in.
I don't see a map on my.
This right here?
Yeah, so variable width public right of way not improved. Interesting. Yet the surveyor didn't label that with a land record reference. In other words, in surveys I've seen that include right of way references, it's not uncommon for a label of a roadway or road right of way to give the volume and page of how a map or a deed was filed. And this one seems to me to be odd in the sense that it doesn't have that reference, yet the labeling of the right-of-way boundary is quite specific, as though he had some sort of reference document that he used to create this.
For sure, and you know, we've seen other information from the purchase documents, and they all show this this path.
And what's the date of this one roughly? The year?
2015.
My goodness.
Yeah. So you know, that's what's tough, right? Because this is a very developable site with a lot of frontage, and now they don't have that at all. So, well, you know, our best guess is that you see these roofs here. You see how these roofs are newer than these roofs.
Yes.
We think the road used to do something.
Got it. Okay. Well, see, Jose, you're representing the city staff on the call. Is that right?
It's actually Brandon. I'm the backup, but I can.
Okay. Well, then between y'all, it seems to me that the going backwards to 2016, 2015, 2014 to look at the then effective maps.
Okay.
And seeing what reference this surveyor may have used is part of the puzzle here. If in fact there was a prior alignment that swung much farther south, and then the applicant, likely the person that built these rooftops that were just mentioned, made an application to the commission, and that's part of the storyline. It'll help us understand how the church ended up in the box they seem to be in.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate all the background. This is a challenging one for sure.
Mr. Smith, this is Jose with staff. I just want to answer a question you had in regards to the softball track. There is an active plat submitted at this time for that property.
Ah, okay.
Which
Well,
does cross future alignment of airport. But I'll let Brandon know. We can, he can provide something.
say that last part again, with or without any consideration of a dedication.
There is dedication going through, it seems.
Okay, so the checkerboard of partial dedications is about to gain one more chess piece on the board, huh?
That seems to be correct.
Or some other crummy analogy like that.
Exactly, and it's in review right now, so I'll coordinate with Brandon.
Okay,
so that he can present all that information.
Quite pertinent, though. I appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This is Commissioner Allum, and I joined late, so I didn't get in on all that conversation with Lloyd and all his questions for Commissioner Smith. But I do have, I would say, concerns. I realize it sounds like there's quite an issue about whether or not there's right of way or not there, or where it's been dedicated or whatever. Is that correct from what I was getting on the conversation?
On the property south of where the ballpark used to be.
Okay. All right.
About?
This is Jose with staff. Brandon, I think we lost Rodrigo.
Oh,
I don't see him on the call anymore. I don't know if you want to answer that question.
Okay.
You may have, I'm gonna try to see if we can get it back.
Okay, I appreciate it. Councilmember, you say that one more time. I'm sorry, I've been in and out.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. So it appears that there's a question about whether or not there's right of way dedicated, or where right of way is dedicated on the is it the surrounding or the adjacent tracks or what? Because I came in late, so I'm sorry. When Commissioner Smith and I'm sorry, so I can't remember your name, and they were talking, and
so this alignment is calling for West Airport to basically split their property
right
on more on the southern half. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. So you see their site in the alignment that comes through their property there. Right. And so as of now, they are asking for a deletion from just north of US 90 to Harm Clark.
Right. And I would have, I think it's very important that somewhere airports punch through. I don't know what the exact alignment would be. Because it goes all the way from, I think about I-45 on the east to way out to Grand Parkway in Fort Bend County.
Correct.
And I think this is one of the only missing links of the roadway. I think maybe there's one more, but anyway, so I think it would be very important to maintain some sort of connection for West Airport.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Rodrigo.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened, but I was kicked out of the meeting.
Sorry about that.
I'm back. Phone is did I answer? Is Mr. Lloyd still available?
I think he hopped off.
He left, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
We do have one question here posed for you.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I'm on my phone, so do you mind reading the question?
Well, my this is Commissioner Allum, and I was just going to make this statement. I came in the middle of the conversation with Commissioner Smith
Mm-hmm.
and the right of way and what's going on with the right of way. I just wanted to make the comment that I think it's very important that somewhere we get right of way for West Airport for this section, because West Airport exists. I'm pretty sure that it exists almost all the way continuous from I-45 to Grand Parkway in Fort Bend County, save and except perhaps this section. And there might be another section around Chimney Rock, as I recall, maybe. But anyway, I think the continuity of West Airport is very important. And that was, I just wanted to go on record saying, making that comment. So.
Thank you, Susan. And, you know, we don't disagree with that. We're just trying to find, a solution that feels fair for the church. I don't know if you caught the end of the conversation where I was showing Mr. Lloyd the alignment shown in the survey that the church performed. Did you get to see that or no?
I saw it, but then I didn't know it relative to everything else. I mean, I wasn't sure. So their alignment is not showing what's on the screen right now. Is that right?
That's correct. So and I'm sorry, I got kicked out. I'm trying to rejoin.
No, that's fine.
When the church bought the site, the alignment was much different. The entry point to the site was the same, but the exit point of the right of way was on the middle of the south end point of the site.
Okay.
So that left the church a much bigger front area connected to Highway 9. So, you know, they bought this site to develop. They're a growing church. They have 4,000 members, and they're planning to build an 8,000 seat church and a school. And when they approached the planning department, and the planning department showed them this new alignment, they were blown away because it doesn't match the survey, match the documents during the selling documents. So, you know, they don't know what to do. So that's where we got.
Oh, I understand. And like I said, I came in late, and I remember the presentation of the planning commission meeting and how that had occurred. And I know Commissioner Smith was asking questions and trying to help you guys figure out what to do. I just would like for, there to be some alignment. And I know that's not a solution, but I just wanted to go on record saying that I think it's important. So
thank you so much
I concur.
You know, we're looking for something. We're looking for a solution, if that makes sense.
Yes, no, it does. And I apologize for just saying, well, you know, that I'm not bringing a solution or anything or anything constructive to reach a solution to the table. But I did want to go on record saying that. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rodrigo.
Thank you so much, Susan.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Rodrigo, are you still on the phone, or were you able to get back to the?
I don't know why I was kicked out, but I'm gonna try to rejoin again.
Okay, let me know. I can.
If we need to post the link in the chat. I'll email you the link if you have any issues. Let me know.
Remind me what letter are we?
We are F.
F. And I'll keep sharing my screen. Just let me know when you get back, if you are able to get back on the computer. That way, you know, you can take the screen if you need to.
I'm trying to connect at the moment.
Hi, I do have a question. This is Dee Dee Chavis with the council member's office.
Yes.
What other options are being explored?
Well, right now we haven't got to that yet. What we've what we're doing in this phase right now, we went to the planning commission and we've brought before them the slate of amendments. The next step is to notify the public, and that's what this open house is for. Also, on the back end, we are having interagency meetings with Harris County, also the flood districts, other commissions and stuff like that, the engineering group. So we're getting a consensus of how everyone feels about it, what everyone thinks about it. And then that's when myself, staff, will come up with alternate recommendations based on feedback from the public, from the commissions, from the agencies. And so we'll sit down with the applicants and we'll come up with alternate ideas and what we feel fits best for the church, but also fits best for the network. So right after this meeting, that's when we'll start that process.
I'm sure they have some very good architects.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you. Did Commissioner Allum, did she leave? Did she need anything else? She was good to go.
Yeah, this is Jose with staff. I think she left the meeting.
Okay.
That was her only comment.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay, guys. I'm back on.
Rodrigo, I think we were seeing two devices with the echo from you.
Yeah, sorry guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fine.
All right. Yeah, that was rough.
No worries, no worries. It's technology, man.
Yeah.
We have about 15 minutes, 16 minutes coming up here. Just want to let you guys know we continue to stay on through up to 7:30. Around that time, we want to start wrapping up or closing out. And we don't have to go back to the main room. We can just leave the meeting here and the recording will automatically stop and we'll pull that and, pull the feedback off of it and make sure it's in the records.
I have a question, Brandon.
Yes,
I was in the middle of a conversation with Lloyd Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get the answers that he needed?
I was flipping back and forth the rooms.
Yeah.
I'm Jose.
Yeah, this is Jose with staff. Yeah, Lloyd Smith. Yeah, we were able to answer the questions. The only thing he's asking for is, to look into that side to the west, the Salva facility.
Mm-hmm.
Since it seems like it's being platted right now at this moment.
Okay.
To see what kind of plans there are for that and see if they're dedicated to the right of way for West Airport as well.
Okay. Thank you, Jose.
No problem.
Mrs. Dee Dee Chavis again with the council member's office. I'm going to pop into another room
Okay.
for Pondering Road, and I do appreciate the feedback and comments.
Yes,
in
Ms. Chavis,
reference
we
to this,
really appreciate you.
application. Thank you.
Thank you
Ms.
so much.
Take care.
Rodrigo, and if you want to share your screen, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
If not, I can just keep this one. Up to you.
Okay, keep it for now. If somebody else pops in with questions, I'm back online. So
Got it. Okay, no problem.
This is William Dennis. I'm gonna shut off for now.
Okay, William, thank you for joining us, and take care.
Okay. You
All
guys
right,
too.
take care.
All right. Be good.
Rodrigo, you say you go on vacation next week, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll what I'll do is in the morning, I'll let you know my availability so we can go ahead and just get it on the schedule.
Yeah.
For that week after next. So
Yeah.
so when we link up, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, man. That sounds good. I mean, we have time now. If you want to tell me when you're available, I'll tell you. I'll tell you if it works.
I don't know. I'm working from the field, so
Got it.
I'm not at the desk right now. But I'll like I said, let me sit down and see what
For sure.
what I got, and yeah, I can do it in the morning.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll let me know, and I'll shoot you my schedule too.
Will do. Okay. All right, we got about 9 minutes here, so I'm gonna tap over to the other guys and see if they need anything. Like I said at the end, nothing is needed from us. Anybody doesn't pop in, 7:30, you can go ahead and bow out, man. Jose, you lifesaver, brother. We appreciate you.
No problem, Brandon and Rodrigo.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Both of you. Thank you.
Wow.
Hi guys, this is Sharon just checking in.
Hi Sharon, how are you?
I'm doing well. How'd you guys do tonight?
It went pretty well.
Okay.
We answered everybody's questions and yeah.
Very good. Glad to have you guys on board, Jose. You guys, when this is over, you know you don't have to come back to the main room. You're welcome to just step out, but please make sure, Jose, that you turn off the recording.
Perfect. Will do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Wow.
Sharon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Hello, Rodrigo. This is Jose with staff, Brandon. So I'll be ending the recording now, 7:30.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much, man. We wouldn't have did without you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
all.
Appreciate it,
All
guys.
right. Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Thank you all.